Here we go. Hey guys, Artix here.
Vesper here.
And we have some good news, we have some bad news, and we have a little story time. So let's start with the good news.
Okay.
Okay, the Kickstarter backer for the Moglins has now broken 85K, unlocking a live puppet show!
Yay!
Which I was really excited about. Wait, why am I saying was? Why are you saying was, Artix?
Why was?
No, we are having the Kickstarter puppet show, but the way we were going to do it probably is going to change. Because the bad news.
Bad news. No more Twitch streaming.
Yeah, we're putting a pause on the Twitch streaming.
Pause.
Yeah, there was a lot of I didn't like the way it was going, and Sauce is a great guy, and he has incredible potential and incredible voice talent, and is really funny, but well, okay, let's be completely transparent. Like, I really did not like what happened on Friday in the stream with Vesper, and I don't ever want you to be in that situation, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, it wasn't that bad, and no, it probably wasn't by the standards of you know, the way the internet is now, but it's not the way I ever want things to be at Artix Entertainment. So we're gonna put the pause button on the Twitch streaming for now, and we'll come up with a new strategy. We'll come back.
Yeah.
So let's move on to some more good news.
More good news.
I was in Canada for the past week. I was gone.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I was the best man at one of my best friend's weddings.
Aww.
And my best man speech was, I did good to him. He's an amazing guy, and I really let him know.
Aww.
And it was weird because, like, I was supposed to be the MC, but I'd never really MC'd before.
MC?
So I guess, you know, you're supposed to get up there, like, you're on the mic, so you're like, hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for traveling so far. Like, you're supposed to stuff, but I really didn't know what I was doing, and I maybe had a little bit too much caffeine right before, so I did a really bad job. But yeah, so anyways, after I got my bearings, it was fine, and the speech was good. And for the bachelor party.
Scandal.
Yes. Are you ready for maximum scandal?
Ready.
Okay, so my friend, his name is also Adam, and okay, so this is the guy that Quibble Coinbiter, the Moglin, was based on.
Oh, really?
Because Quibble Coinbiter has the fedora, and my friend always, and my friend, when he graduated from college, he sold all of his retro game systems and just started traveling the world.
Aww.
Like, he just, and then, like, he started, like, he got a very successful career, started kickstarting all these, like, movies.
Oh, cool.
And the director from one of the movies that he backed was actually the minister for the thing.
Aww.
So the guy was just shooting movie quotes the whole time. And, like, for the bachelor party, we're like, okay, well, he wanted to fly. He always wanted to fly. So I arranged private plane flying lessons for him.
Oh, that's sweet.
But there were 350 forest fires happening in British Columbia, Canada at the time of this, and it was illegal for us to fly these planes with that amount of smoke in the air. And we were literally in the car on the way. When we get the call, I was like, we're sorry, it's illegal for us to take off. So we had to come up with plan B. We went up to a place called Whistler, if any of you guys have ever heard of that. And we went on the longest zip line.
Oh, that was the compromise.
The longest zip line in the US and Canada. At the highest point, it was almost 800 feet up in the air between two mountains. Like, you're zip lining between mountains. And we're almost going 100 miles an hour at the fastest point. It was crazy.
I'm so
now,
jealous.
I know some of you have done crazy zip lines, and you've mountain climbed, and you've jumped out of planes. I've never done anything like this before. And when we were standing on the ledge, like, because you look down, and I had made up my mind that I was going to take the plunge before I got there. But your body's like, no,
don't do it.
But we did it. We done did it.
You did it. My ziplining experience was underwhelming. It was in Georgia. It was in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And
that's pretty up there.
It is gorgeous. I still think about that vacation every day. But the zip lining was underwhelming. And, like, we had to do our own breaks. So it's like the
You had
whole
to grab
time.
to stop yourself. You had to
Yeah,
grab
you
it.
have to actually like stop
You
yourself.
get gloves because you just rip the skin right off your
Yeah,
hands.
yeah. Otherwise, goodbye hands. But you're so focused on like the braking part because it's so important. You could die if you don't brake properly. That you can't admire the beauty around you, and like they were too short to actually like, look around and be like, "Whoa, I'm in the trees." So that was my zip lining experience. I didn't have to brake though, but everyone else had to.
So how'd you brake? Oh, because you're so light.
I didn't. Yeah.
They're like, why did she just stop?
The guy, at one point I kind of stopped like right before I got there, and the guy like pulled me by my leg.
Oh my
He
God.
was like, "Come here," and yeah, that happened.
Well, if you'd like to see mine, go stalk my personal Facebook page. I posted the thing, the videos, kind of because they gave us
It's
these like
super
GoPro
cool.
that was still like hold.
Oh, they gave it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just me and my buddy going on the zip line. Oh my God. So then I don't know. Do we got time? You guys want one extra story?
How about one extra story? Why not?
Okay, because
We're already here.
This thematic thing. So for our wild and crazy bachelor party continues, we went to the steakhouse. It was so expensive.
Steak.
It was really expensive. It was like the most expensive steak I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
And they had like, it was like,
Was it good though?
well, it was like $38 an ounce.
An ounce?
An ounce.
Wait a second, not just
I'm
one
like,
steak.
yeah, it's like they have that Japanese, like it's just fat, like it's just like Wagyu fat.
Oh my gosh.
And so there were 5 of us there, and the one guy is this much taller than me, and when he's behind me, and then there's a guy that was this much taller than him. The tallest guy there, I think he was like 7. He was taller than Titan. He was like 7'8".
No way.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
like
gosh.
it was like
Titan's really
like,
tall.
and my buddy by default's a lot taller than me, so I was just like, wow, this is just like, you know, those like little Russian gifts that you open them up. There's another
The
small
little
one.
Matryoshkas.
It felt like that's how we came out. I'm like, oh, I'm a small one. So we were saying, but I can put away the steak. So they had these things called tomahawks, and it's a bone-in, 48 ounce.
Oh my God.
Okay, it did not cost 38 ounce because that would have been. I thought I would have. You could have bought a car for that steak.
Yeah.
It was a 34 ounce bone in, and it was reasonably priced, but it wasn't for one person. It was for like 3 to 4. But there were 5 of us
Oh,
at the table.
you're
We're like, let's get 2 tomahawks. So there's this picture of him wielding these 2 tomahawks. So we need some meat weapons in game, some celebratory meat
We should.
wedding weapons.
Yes.
Somebody tweet Alina and be like, we need the twin meat tomahawks.
Yes. Please.
And we got those and some sides, and then like it felt like a challenge, because like we were sitting there, and at the end, so we have this picture at the beginning, just like that's way too much meat for any number of humans to consume.
Oh my God.
But then at the end, the plate was like licked clean, and like my friend's just there like eating this giant, but like the bone like.
Did you keep the bones?
No, we didn't.
Darn. That would have been a great keepsake.
Yeah. It was truly, truly beautiful up there. And I found a coffee shop. Sorry, now we're in bonus story time. We should wrap this up. 'Cause
Bonus
we're, if you guys want to stop now, go ahead and stop. Bonus stories, not great. Maybe.
Please stick around
Maybe.
for us.
Maybe there's murder. Probably not.
Maybe. We'll leave the clickbait.
So that is the job of a best man.
To
If
murder?
if they need batteries, you go get batteries. They need an HDMI cable. Someone needs to bury the body. That's what the best man is. You do it.
You do it.
You done did it. You do it.
And that's how you best man.
That's how you best man. The end.
The end.
Well, next time we see you, I think we're going to try to get back to our weekly video game updates,
Woo!
because we missed like 3 of them now.
Yeah. But
Okay.
I don't even remember where we're at.
Yeah, like we made all the
14.
graphics. We started putting them together, but then like we've been so busy from week to week, we haven't had time to put them out.
Yeah, with that Kickstarter, that good old Kickstarter.
Yeah. Well, at least we have one win.
Ah.
One win. That
One
Kickstarter
win.
is an
One.
unbelievable win.
Yes. What's it at now? Last I checked it was 87, but that was like a day ago.
88, 9.
88
It's
or
been
9.
steady. So if you'd like kind of a future prediction of what happens on a Kickstarter, at the beginning of a Kickstarter, it spikes, and then it falls off, and then there's that weird moment where like it feels like it just went dead. And this has happened in
plateau.
every Kickstarter I've ever watched. I mean, there are unicorns, but the normal ones, they spike and stuff, and then behind the scenes we were like, okay, well, let's do some things, and then you kind of see it kind of spike back up again, and then you kind of get this steady trickle. but the last 3 days, and it's especially in the last 24 hours of a Kickstarter, it'll exceed what it even did in the first day. Probably not true for ours. I don't know if you kind of go back and look at what kind of happened with Adventure Quest 3D. Like,
I wasn't there.
it went like crazy, and then it just stopped. And everyone, like, their heart dropped because they're like, oh my God, they're not going to make it. Because they're doing the math of that line.
Yeah.
And like, they're not going to make it. and then like a week later, oh my God, they're not going to make it. And then we sent out an email, and then within a week, we had funded. And then once we were funded, it's almost like there's like 3 types of people. There's kind of people that like, they're in right away. Then there's the people who are like, I'm going to wait for a little bit. Okay, I'll pitch in. And they're like the second rounders, like they're back up, you know?
Yeah.
And then the third rounders are like, nope, this is happening. Okay, now we're all in, and just, you know, it's a party.
Yay!
And also, a lot of those like second and third rounders, it's not fair because actually a lot of time, like, they just didn't hear about it when it first happened. So then they jump in the end, and then that's kind of where we are now. Everyone's kind of finally finding out that this is a thing. And then, like, they're kind of finding out, like, oh, it's funded. Like, it's actually funded. And then we're unlocking the stretch goals. And we are, I feel very, very, very confident that not only is Dragon Fable and Adventure Quest Classic going to end up getting these pets, but I think we're going to see the class in AQ 3D. I think we're going to make it all the way.
I hope so. I want to be Moglins.
And we did a smart one because it's not going to be a Kickstarter exclusive. The art will be. So basically, Kickstarter, we wouldn't have built this class if we didn't get there, right? Like, because this Kickstarter happened, we're going to have this additional class we're going to make. And if, you know, we get there, we're going to make the class so that everybody can earn the class, and then the Kickstarter backers are going to get this custom armor version of it that'll, so you can say, hey, look, I backed the Kickstarter, these are my cosmetics, and everyone's like, hey, we all got the class, and we all feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
And thank you to all the players who helped point that out, and that are always making the game better by telling us all the things we need to know.
Thank you.
So, that's all. Anything else?
That's it for now.
So
12
good news,
minutes.
bad news, a little more good news, story time, and battle on!